talk about, you now work as one of the leading traders, senior traders and leading educators with Nick Halleck at Financial Freedom Institute. Nick and 21st Century have had a long, distinguished relationship for the last 10 or 12 years. We love Nick Halleck. We love, you've got Sharelord Advance. You've got a lot of different trading programs. He's an Aussie that's had a massive success. You can tune into the interview that I did with Nick just recently, which you can learn more about Nick. But what is your involvement? Let's talk about the different products that you have to offer with FFI. So you've got an options trading program. So let's talk a little bit about that, and then we'll move on to Forex.
Okay, well, the Sharelord is the program that we have there for essentially any individual. What happened there is many people know what property investing is, and they're accustomed to terms such as landlord. They're accustomed to terms such as renting the investment property. They're accustomed to terms such as insurance. So what Nick did there, as far as the shares are concerned, he wanted to make it simple for people to understand. And thus, Sharelord came about. Sharelord, landlord. So essentially what we're doing here is taking a parcel of shares and essentially renting them out. Even though you can't rent them, renting is essentially what you would do is write a call or sell a call option, all right? And you're receiving a premium for that. But using the terminology rent, it makes most individuals understand that they're receiving something for what they're selling, right? And then the other thing is when people invest in property or buy a car, they insure it, don't they?
Of course.
All right. But in the stock market, you find that most individuals don't insure their share portfolio. And why would that be? I mean, the whole ability to protect your portfolio from a downside risk has been there for the last 40 odd years, but nobody seems to know about it. So in Sharelord, we educate individuals on how to protect their portfolio from a downside risk. We call it buying insurance, but in actual fact, what it is buying a put option. We're just taking away all the jargon and the hieroglyphics that overwhelm people, make it simple for people to understand.
And over a 40-year period, it's low risk. It doesn't take much time to execute compared to some other trading strategies. I know it's one of the favoured trading instruments of Warren Buffett.
Yes,
over long term.
Yes.
So Sharelord and Sharelord Advance. So I think the Sharelord Advance program, that would have been created out of the need for those current Sharelord traders to keep learning, because you need to keep learning. You can't just sort of know everything from one program and be the guru of everything.
That's right. Look, the individuals that want to be involved in stock market type trading or generating a cash flow from the stock market, most when they get in, they become overwhelmed because there's too much information, and they just become confused and they let it be, and that's the end of it. They never go back to it. And when you speak to those individuals, it's like, oh, it doesn't work, it's too hard. So Sharelord is designed to make it simple. My 10-year-old is actually going through the process of learning how to use the Sharelord system, and Sharelord Advance is just a progression. So once you've understood the concept of Sharelord, then it's very simple for an individual to take on Sharelord Advanced to then enhance their knowledge and other tools and strategies to generate more cash flow.
Yeah, fantastic. And you guys can find out some more information. I'll give you the email at the end of this if you want to contact John. Now, we've got Financial Freedom Institute have just launched a beautiful extension and complement to their current suite of trading programs, which is called Cashflow Forex. I love trading Forex because, like you said before, some people, they just want that faster action. But it's not just necessarily short-term trading. You can also do some medium and long-term trades. So tell us about that, John.
Okay, like Forex is another instrument that can be utilized by anybody. Okay, it allows individuals to not be so held within a specific time frame, because it is a market that is essentially open 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week. So it doesn't matter when you trade. And you can go on smaller time frames, such as your 15-minute chart or even a 5-minute chart, all the way through to longer periods, depending on which currency pair you're trading. And the bottom line there is managing risk. If you know how to manage your risk, if you can understand a little bit about charting or pattern analysis, then you can really do well.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people do like that because you've got the fundamental traders who
Correct.
study company stocks, such as which Sharelord allows you to do
Yeah.
that. And then you've got those people who want to see a chart, want
That's
to
right.
see historical data and patterns. So it appeals to both. So how can we find out more about you? There's just a brand new launch, I believe, with
It is,
Cashflow
yes.
Forex.
Yes, it is. We are going to be doing some launches coming up in the next week or two. We'll probably be more than likely advertising that for people to come to the launch, and then we're just going to move on from there. But there is a little bit of a difference the way it's done, because with all the experience that I've obtained plus the knowledge that I've gained through other traders that are deep in the Forex market, I've been able to take away stuff that's allowed me to then educate individual at another level, or another level of understanding, if you wish. So that way it's increasing the probability of those trades potentially going in their favour.
Oh, fantastic. And I can't wait to see that. I know that many people do. So let's talk about mindset, having a financially abundant mentality, and how important that is with not just trading, but with life in general.
Look, mindset, there are individuals that have what is known as a poverty mindset, and there are individuals that have what is known as a prosperity mindset. And the bottom line is this: those with a poverty mindset, I'll give you an example. You still have a letterbox, right? Okay. When you go to the letterbox at certain times of the month, what are you expecting to get?
Checks.
That's a prosperity mindset. But most individuals,
Yeah.
they're afraid of going over there because they're expecting bills. Okay? And that is creating what is known as a negative energy with money. So you're essentially saying, I don't want you. Stay away. If you're going to go much deeper into the body, into the spiritual connection with money, we have what is known as a divine will. The divine will is that everybody was born to be rich.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
The free will, which we have certain control over based on our beliefs and values and decisions that have occurred over the period of time, that is essentially saying, get away to the divine will. We are not meant to be rich. We have to work hard for our money. Money doesn't grow on trees, and so forth and so on. So it's a matter of changing that and surrounding yourselves. Well, the individuals have to surround themselves with people who are doing it, who are successful, so that they become like them. But unfortunately, most go for the easy way out, which is surrounding themselves with those that have probably lost a lot of money, are not doing anything, and they take advice from those people.
Oh, yeah. The best advice, I reckon, is, or the worst advice is from your cousins, taxi drivers.
Oh, they're fabulous.
Yeah, and people that just, like you said, if you surround yourself with people that there's more attention to the drama of not getting something than focusing on what it is you want. And even with 21st century, many of you know that that's what we teach. We teach having that financially abundant mentality. And if you can't do something, or if you want to start trading and you know that you need a certain amount of money, rather than going, look, I can't afford to do this, it's just a matter of asking a different question in a different way, like, how can I achieve this? And when you ask it in a different way, how can I achieve this, then it's amazing, the fibers that ignite in your brain, and then you start thinking of different ways. Well, I could sell something, I could use current equity, my parents' equity, I could borrow, so it's a matter of, and it is a skill that it has to be learnt over time. It's not just instant, is it?
No, look, it does take time. I was brought up, as you were told earlier, I'm of Italian background, Italian descent, and my parents came to Australia during the Second World War, and all they really knew was how to work to pay the bills and also support us kids. And my mum used to work long hours. She used to work 2 jobs. My dad used to get up at 4:30 in the morning and come home at 8 o'clock at night. So that the family unity wasn't really there. And that is what I was brought up in. And I didn't want that for my kids.
And I think a lot of people can relate to that, John. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Straight from John Biggerton, leading educator and trader for Financial Freedom Institute. So for more information, you can visit 21st Century TV. But John, it's always a pleasure having you in the studio. So give us one more big Arnie pose Oh my goodness
like this.
me. All right, thanks John for joining us. You've been a
Thank you
gem.
so much.
So for more episodes, tune into 21st Century TV. Up next is our senior trader for 21st Century, Patrick Loke, with John talking about the individual strategies on Sharelord, Sharelord Advance and Forex. Thank you.